Francis and Fury. I don't need that topic to go away. If we want to talk about that for the rest of time, we would have the right to. Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury is the most remarkable sporting event I have ever seen. It should not have gone that way. Francis versus Joshua very much went the way it should. Like if they were doing MMA, I would imagine it would be just as dramatic, and I would imagine it wouldn't be much longer. Then they go into boxing, though. What Joshua did is exactly what Joshua should have done. But what Joshua did is exactly what Fury should have done, and that's what makes this so remarkable. The fact that Francis could hold up, the fact that Francis could win moments, the fact that Francis could win exchanges, let alone put the big man down, let alone have one judge licensed on the call that night say that he won. Like, that was one of the most amazing sporting events. And you want to know why? Before you go into any competition, you're trying to convince yourself. You're trying to make your case logically to yourself for why you should win, why you're going to win, why you have a confidence in winning, why you can win, why you might win. But you will have these conversations to some degree, and it gets largely misreported by non-athletes to the rest of the world that all you have to do is believe, and if you believe, you can achieve. And it's all a bunch of crap. There is none of it that's true. But confidence does have a trick. There is a trick. There is a rule on this. It just gets misreported. You have some guy that comes out, generally in a sweatsuit, generally with like a whistle around his neck. He's some kind of coach, and he's gonna preach to you that anything can be done and anything is possible. The bad news is, in the history of life, things aren't just possible, and they don't just happen because you were confident. It's not true. So Francis weighed in on this, and it was a very interesting interview. And Francis said that he was not overly confident going into the fight. Now, this is a big deal. It's a big deal because this is the trick to confidence, where you will get that guy with the whistle around his neck in a sweatsuit telling you the importance of confidence. There's a trick, which is, if it's a pie, think of a great big circle. You only need a sliver of that thing to be the confidence. The way it will always get told to you, and the way that the guy writing it and trying to sell a book on Amazon for $15 is that you got to be fully confident. And that's the miss. That's the miss. Confidence is very misleading, and it's a very damaging thing. And confidence will also do away with urgency, which will do away with your speed. When coaches tell you you've got to be confident, you've got to have confidence, they're wording that right. You've got to have it. It has to exist. But in the pie diagram, that whole thing doesn't need to be colored in red. You just need that one little sliver, that one little bit of confidence, and the rest of it, you can question yourself. It would not be honest if Francis came out and tried to rework the story about how he knew he could go in there with Tyson Fury. That would be insane. Francis had never boxed before. And Francis had fought before, and he competed, and he dreamed of things. But there's no reason he should have been confident. How would he know? How would he know? How would Francis know how he's going to do in the 7th round, 8th round, 9th round? Why would he have any level of confidence to any of that? He's never done it. So I just appreciated the honesty. I appreciate that Francis let us know he wasn't overly confident, but in doing so, he's also telling and revealing for you something that the greats have. Francis goes down as a great. He's a world MMA champion. Some people thought he should have been the world boxing champion. Like, he goes down as a great. And now he's revealing for us, and I hope that you're hearing it, when he says that he wasn't very confident. That is not a one-off, wow, an unconfident guy went out and he had a great performance. No. This is the norm. The ones that are great, the ones that use confidence, the ones that will talk themselves and convince themselves, that they're convincing and talking themselves, they've got one little sliver. The rest of it is all doubt. Doubt is a lot more, insecurity is a lot more, urgency is a lot more your friend than confidence. And I appreciated this piece by Francis. And I also take him at his word. I think he was being very truthful in this interview. And if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go find it now.